Hi there. You may have wondered, how much of your net worth do you allocate to one specific multifamily deal? Maybe you're trying to make this decision, trying to figure out what sort of things you should look at. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to come to a conclusion of that on how much you should invest into a specific deal. Now, as we get started here, I want to give the disclaimer that I'm not your financial advisor, your tax professional, or your lawyer. I can't give you specific advice on how much you invest. So everything that I share on this video should be considered educational, just to try to help you understand some considerations as far as when you decide to make the decision of how much you're going to allocate to each deal. Okay, so moving along. I've actually had a lot of experience speaking with investors. I've had about 1,000 30-minute phone calls with individual investors, and this question comes up a lot because people want to know, like, well, I've got this net worth and how much should I put into a deal? And it is a really important question because, again, you don't want to put too little, you don't want to put too much. It's got to be a good fit for you as an investor, or for the individual investor, I should say. So when I think of this question, there's really two things personally that you should consider. The first one really is experience, how much experience you have investing in multifamily syndications, and also how much net worth you have. And those are two considerations that we're going to just touch on those. The first thing, when it comes to experience, if you're brand new to multifamily syndication, you've never invested in a deal, you don't have any real estate experience, then I would say this in general: a small amount, or kind of the minimums, make a lot of sense no matter what your net worth is. Obviously, if you have a low net worth for 50K, some people have a very low net worth, 50K is too much, but I'm talking primarily to people that have a net worth of at least $1 million to $2 million or up to $10 million or higher, is just put in the minimum, typically 50 to 100K. What this is going to do is this is going to give you a feel for what it's like to invest. Because you may find that you love it, you may find you don't like it, but at least you put a small amount of money in to get the feel for it, to get the feel of, do I like investing? Do I like kind of the process of being a passive investor? Not every investment is good for every investor. And passive investing, if you're kind of somebody who really loves control and loves knowing every single detail and loves being involved in every little thing, maybe passive investing isn't the best thing for you. So again, that's something that you just want to try to get comfortable with passive investing. And so by putting a small amount, you can do that. Now later on, once you get comfortable, you can always put more money in. You can put your money with different operators and get different experiences and find who you're looking for. So over time, again, you're really looking to find those 2 to 3 sponsors that you're going to do deals with over time, and that's an opportunity just to kind of put a minimum with a few different groups and see which ones that you really like better than others. The second consideration when it comes to allocation of how much to put in each deal is your net worth. For some people that I've spoken with, the net worth is over 10 million, and it doesn't make sense necessarily to put in 50K into a deal, because let's say, someone has made the decision, their net worth is 10 million, they want to put 30% of their net worth into multifamily passive syndication. Well, to do it at 50K per deal, you'd have to get into 60 deals at once, which is a lot of deals. It's a lot of work to track. So for that type of person, I know some that have said, okay, well, for me, maybe 250 to 500K makes more sense. Now, again, this is an individual decision. This is not a specific, I'm telling you what you should do, but those are some things that people will look at. Now, there are other considerations to look at when you're looking at your personal situation and you're talking about and considering allocation. One thing is your needs for liquidity. If you have the idea that you may need money within the next few years, maybe you should not put as much money into multifamily syndication. So that's a consideration. How much liquidity, how much capital do you think you may need in the next few years? And you obviously don't want to tie up all of your equity just in case something comes up and you need that money for something else. The second thing really is your investment goals. Is it a long-term goal? Are you having short-term goals? What sort of returns are you looking for? Those are all considerations as far as your total allocation, meaning your percentage of your net worth you're putting into multifamily, and also your net worth you're putting into specific deals. So that's important. Another one is your estate planning, or if your family planning, if you have a child, just thinking through, all of that stuff in relation to family, as far as how much you're going to invest and what that's going to look like. And the last thing to really consider, there are obviously more than this, but is really your spouse's comfort level. So if your spouse is highly conservative. Maybe you need a little more time just to get into one deal, see how it goes, and just kind of continue to keep that dialogue going. So obviously there are other considerations, and this is not specific advice for you, but the goal really here is to get comfortable investing in multifamily syndication so that you're able to do more deals. You're able to increase your allocation. You're able to get more comfortable. And then again, it just leads to so much power when you're able to say, wow, I can put this percentage of my net worth into multifamily, know I'm going to get these type of returns with the tax benefits. And it really is something that it's an unbelievable asset class. So again, when you're making these decisions, talk with your family, your financial advisor. If you have one, consult your financial professional. If you want to dialogue about it, I'm happy to dialogue with you about it. You can reach out to me. I did put together a report specifically about investing during and after the pandemic, comparing the stock market to real estate. And that is at bronsonequity.com/report. Please go ahead and check that out. And then if you're interested in joining our investment club, we're doing deals and we're looking for like-minded investors. Go to bronsonequity.com. You can join our investor club. We'll get to know each other and see if it's a good fit. So thanks for taking the time to educate yourself, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Well, hey there, before you go, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can get new content as soon as it's available. Also, check out this free report I wrote about investing during and after a pandemic, comparing the stock market to real estate and other investments. You can check out the next video here.